What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. Welcome back for the second time today. I love when this happens. I love when we get news and we have to make a ton of videos because it means stuff is happening within the Red Sox organization. And up until this point, all we've been talking about on this channel since the season ended, for the most part, was speculation. Who the Red Sox are going to sign this offseason. And so far, it's all been speculations because there's been no answers. Well, we got our first answer of the offseason because the Red Sox made their first free agent signing of the 2023 free agent period, and well, it's a really interesting choice. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this signing, what it means for this Red Sox team going into 2023, what it means for this Red Sox offseason, what direction they may be going in based on this signing, and how this is going to affect the Red Sox in general. But before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It helps these videos out a ton and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, no, they have not signed Xander Bogaerts, which I personally was hoping was the first signing of this Red Sox offseason, but they did sign somebody. The Red Sox announced today that they signed Joely Rodriguez to a one-year, $2 million deal that also has a club option attached to it for 2024 worth $4.25 million. Now, Joely spent 2022 with the Mets, and on the surface, you may say that Joely Rodriguez's 2022 campaign was average at best, if not underwhelming or below mediocre. In 2022, Joely finished the year with a 4.47 ERA with an 87 ERA plus, which is about 13% less productive than the average pitcher in baseball. Again, on the surface, pretty unremarkable 2022 season, but what really intrigues me about this signing are Joely's peripherals, starting with his FIP, which is much lower than his ERA for a reliever. His FIP in 2022 was sitting at 3.23, which in my opinion, and based on the statistic itself, means that his ERA was not how he truly pitched. There was some unluckiness involved with his high ERA. In most cases, a lower FIP indicates that he will have a little bit lower of an ERA, sitting around the low threes, which is pretty decent for a reliever. Aside from just his FIP though, his other peripherals look really good. According to his Baseball Savant page, which is on the screen now, there's a lot of red. And if you don't know, on Baseball Savant, red is good. There are some really great categories in here as well that are really important when looking at the potential of a reliever. The three that I really like are the fact that he is in the highest percentile for hard hit rate, which means his hard hit rate is extremely low. He's in a high percentile for his chase rate, which again is fantastic. It means he's getting a lot of swings and misses outside of the zone, and he has one of the lowest barrel percentages in the league because of his high percentile there as well, again, which means that he's not getting hard contact against. Those are all fantastic things to look at when we're looking at the potential of a reliever, and it could mean that there is something there with Rodriguez. Now, there are obviously question marks that are brought up when you look at all of his stats. The biggest one to me that stands out is his walk rate, which is extremely low on his Baseball Savant page, and he ended up in 2022 having a walk rate of 4.6 walks per 9, which was the second highest of his career. So there's clearly some command issues there. But if the Red Sox were willing to sign him with such a high walk rate, it probably means that they believe that they can either fix his command or think that his stuff is just nasty enough to get enough swings and misses. And bringing a guy in who you believe you can fix the command of is a bit risky depending on what is actually wrong with his command, whether it's mechanics or grip or whatever. It could throw off his entire game, but there is a high side as well, and there's no denying that his peripherals look really good, and there is a possibility that Joely Rodriguez could be a legitimate factor on this Boston Red Sox team. But what does that look like, and why would the Red Sox take a chance on signing him? There are a couple reasons why the Red Sox may have signed a guy like Joely Rodriguez. One of them is the peripherals that we are going to get to in a second and why those are important aside from just potential. But the other reason, in my opinion, and maybe even the biggest reason why the Red Sox signed a guy like Joely Rodriguez is because of the fact that he is a lefty reliever that stayed healthy in 2022. Going into 2023, one, our bullpen in general just doesn't look great in terms of consistency, but two, because there are really no reliable lefties left-handed relievers right now in the Red Sox bullpen. Matt Strahm is currently a free agent who wants a starting pitching contract, which could work out well for the Red Sox, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. The situation with Matt Strahm's weird. You have Darwinzon Hernandez, who was absolutely terrible in 2022. He has great stuff and his movement is fantastic, but he was never able to fully put it together, and he got rocked in the 2022 season, so he's not exactly a reliable option in that Red Sox bullpen. And the last surefire person that you have on this Red Sox roster that is a lefty in the bullpen is Josh Taylor, who did not pitch at all for this Red Sox team in 2022. He was injured throughout the entire year, trying to battle back, but was never able to successfully do it. So we don't even know if he'll end up on the Boston Red Sox, which leaves a ton of question marks. And Joely Rodriguez bringing a guy in who at the very least can be healthy and be a left-handed option in that bullpen makes sense. Even if Joely Rodriguez has a year where he was very similar to his Mets year in 2022, he's still going to be a decent option in that Red Sox bullpen, especially in terms of lefty pitchers, which the Red Sox really don't have any of right now. So in my opinion, maybe even the biggest reason why they signed him, it does nothing to do with his legitimate statistics. It has to do with the fact that he stayed healthy in 22 and he's a left-handed pitcher. The other reason and why we focused on peripherals so much during the statistics part of this video is because of the fact that that potential is there. When we signed John Schreiber, I didn't even make a video about it because he didn't look great on paper. It didn't look like it was going to be a signing that was going to have any impact on this Red Sox team, much like this signing does as well. But look where we end up. The same thing kind of happened with Matt Strahm. The only reason I made a video about him is because he was pretty much in the same day as Jake Diekman, and that was bigger news. And guess who ended up being the more important piece of this Red Sox bullpen? Matt Strahm. Now, does that mean that Rodriguez is going to come in and be a second coming of John Schreiber, just lefty, or even Matt Strahm as a lefty? Probably not, right? That was a very rare case, but I want to say that just to show you guys that, hey, this isn't a bargain basement hunting signing. This isn't Chaim Bloom looking for the cheapest, most easy option out there. It's a guy who does have the potential to be a legitimate impact player on this Red Sox team. Before we go bashing the signing or anything like that, let's give the guy a chance and see if he works out. Now, obviously, this wasn't the exact signing that we wanted to have happen. In my opinion, I wanted Xander Bogaerts to be the Red Sox first signing of this offseason, and this is a pretty decent move for the Red Sox, who are looking to bolster that bullpen. In my opinion, this means that the Red Sox are really focusing on guys who they think could be a legitimate help in terms of relievers, which is perfection, right? We needed bullpen arms, and the Red Sox are starting to do that. Hopefully this sets off a little bit of a chain of events where they start signing a lot of these guys. I would love a lot of these sort of $2-3 million signings that, hey, if you don't work out, maybe you spend half the year in AAA, a quadruple A type player, to just add depth to this bullpen. It felt like at times this year when guys got injured in the pen, that was it, right? When Tanner Houck went down, it felt like a death sentence to a team that was already dead. If you can sign enough arms that could be reliable and stay healthy in the 2023 season, you maybe won't have that problem. So do I love this signing? Is it the most exciting signing in the world? Probably not, right? There were more exciting signings out there, but we may have to wait and see on those. As for now, the first signing of the Red Sox offseason, Joely Rodriguez, I'm satisfied with it. I'm not super pumped. I'm not super bummed. I'm satisfied with it. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this signing? Do you like this signing? Do you not like this signing? Are you kind of indifferent about the signing? Are you waiting to see what other signings happen and then make your decision? Let me know all your thoughts on the Red Sox first offseason signing down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Plus, we're only about 70 subscribers away from 3,000. Let's see if we can get there in this video. As always, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video as well. It helps these videos out a ton and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Hopefully this is the last video I make before Thanksgiving, so enjoy your Thanksgiving as well, and I will see you in the Red Sea.